Testing 1, 2, 3. Some reason I don't think I'm hearing the audio. Test 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Oh, good. We got the audio going. Excellent. Great. And I can't verify anything through the chat because going here. All right, even though nobody's here, we are gonna do an unboxing of the Motorola G 2025. Gonna unbox this live right now. Just typing in hello to the chat. Agree. Come back here, guys. Here, you can't really see it, but working on this. Unboxing the Moto G 2025. All right. And I know probably nobody's going to come in here, but hopefully the big thing is that we have no echoing going on, because I did check the audio. And I think we're just going to get going. Somebody pops in, they pop in. If they don't, well, that's okay. Again, though. All right, so I'm going to count down. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, this is Consumer Compute. Here, let's just get this guy going crazily big so we can get going. All right. And just waiting for, got a lot of lag going on. I don't know if this is actually even live streaming correctly. I'm just going to listen to me. That's okay. Again, though. Oh, and what do I have to do to get the preview? Oh, yeah, that's right. Transition. There we go. So I am live streaming this using camera continuity as well as my MacBook. Just getting ready. Just want to see what's going on here. All right, so this is the program scene, but I'm not seeing. Oh, we'll hit the transition. Nope. Oh, let's see what's going on here. Okay. See what's going on here. Nope. All right, well, let's just hit delete that image. And let's transition. That's crazy. It kind of just solidly just stayed there. Hmm. That is absolutely. Ooh. All right. Ooh. Okay. There we go. All right. Um, Again, guys, this is Consumer Compute, and pretty much what I am doing here is we're gonna do an unboxing of the Motorola Moto G 2025. This is an update from last year's 2024. You can pick up this phone same price as when it was released last year for $199. This has a physical SIM card as well as an eSIM built into it. This retails for $200, and this is, this year's version of the Moto G. I actually liked the 2024 version because they updated pretty much the body size as well as the screen size. So let's take a look at this and see how we're going with this. All right. So we have the Motorola sealed sticker. Just make sure, guys, if you are purchasing this, which I got this one through Amazon, kind of had some problems with it. It actually got delayed. But anyway, we have the box, we have the Motorola sticker, and make sure that sticker is on there, guys, or I would return it. Same exact box from last year. And it does say Hello Moto. All right. That note, I'm just going to use my SIM ejector tool. And we are ready to open up and take a look at where we are. Whoop. And as we're going, I'm just going to throw that out of there. Seems as though the sun's not playing nice with me, but that's okay. All right, so again, we got that cardboard recycling package. We have the paper over the phone itself. I'm just going to place that over here for a second. Again, kind of like Motorola has done away with adding any type of charging watt brick for us. We have our USB-C to USB-C data and charging cable. Seems like a fairly thick cable, so I'm assuming that we have USB 3, and maybe I'm wrong. I'll find out as I do a little more research and pull out another video. Also, guys, if you haven't already seen my Moto G phone from 2024 video, feel free to go look on the website, YouTube, and look for my video. On that note, I'm just going to put this cable down here. And pretty much nothing. All these carriers are not throwing anything in there anymore. Company, sorry, not a carrier, Motorola. All right, so if we're looking at our little pamphlet that has pretty much everything in here, we have a microphone, we have the main camera, a macro camera, an ambient light sensor. This is something new. Also NFC, which I'm looking here. This is something new to this phone, if I'm not mistaken. I don't believe this phone had NFC in the last version, but I do have the phone. I'll pull it out and we'll find out with this video as things go. It does have a flash, so ambient light sensor. Some people in their reviews of doing this phone said that there was 3 cameras. There is not 3 cameras, guys. It is a main camera. You have your macro camera and your front facing camera. And all right, we have a proximity sensor, volume up and down, power button. Okay, still have a SIM tray, micro SD card. I believe that, if I'm not mistaken, up to 2 terabytes. And then we have a microphone, a head jack, USB-C charging point, the speaker, and that's about it. Then in here it's kind of telling us everything that we have right there. You have that dual SD and your SIM card slot right there. What we've known for Motorola. All right, so I'm just gonna throw that paperwork over here. We do have the Motorola SIM card ejector tool. I kind of tend to, for me, at least the way that I like to go, I kind of like to go with the Samsung basic uh, little SIM ejector tool, or even like this one. I love CMF. This is the Nothing CMF1 SIM ejector tool. But it doesn't matter. Anyway, USB-C cable. Sorry, guys. We're going to throw that over here. Throw this over here. We can just have the legal stuff here. And this is just paperwork telling us about how to use the phone safety-wise. All right, I'll throw this all back in the box with here. And all right, so we have the Motorola paper here. And big thing that I do see noticeably from this phone compared to last year's phone, it does feel a little thicker and actually has a bigger screen. I can already see that. All right, so last year they kind of introduced the new Hello Moto sign for this, so I'm just gonna continue to roll with this as it's updating. I'm just gonna put pause for a second as we continue to go in here, and we'll set the One thing that I have noticed is inside that little Motorola thing that was kind of new. All right, so I'm in the US, so I'm just gonna hit start. Ooh, well, okay, there we go. I'm gonna skip this for now. Skip this for now. Wants you to insert a SIM card for that. We'll set up offline for now. We're gonna hit continue. Sure, want my battery optimized. Says help to improve Motorola products, enhance support, optimize the battery use. Yeah, of course. Software updates, yep. And gives us the date, the time. All right, I'm gonna set up a pin. All right, and then also it looks like it wants to set up a fingerprint reader. At the fingerprint reader right here. So we're setting that up. It's built right in. One thing that would have been pretty cool is if we would have got an optical fingerprint reader here. But just feeling this phone itself, the screen size is definitely bigger than last year's Moto G. Clicking yes. Nope, we don't want another fingerprint. We're gonna hit more. We're gonna hit more. Accept. I'm not gonna sign into Google at this moment, but we will hit more. Close that off for now. And that one right now. And they give you an option. Motorola continues to do this. You have your buttons or your gestures. I tend to like buttons on Android for now, but you know what? I'm gonna go with the gestures. We'll hit next. For now, I'm gonna kind of leave it on the light side, but you can do dark or you can do the transition depending on the time of the day. All right, and we have that finish. Um, Gives you explore your moto, personalize the moto app, and the moto account. This would be pretty cool if we could use like Ready For, but I bet you Ready For is not in this phone. But that would be pretty cool if Ready For was in here. Ready For is kind of like Samsung's version of the Dex. This is Motorola's version of Dex. So let's just take a look. We have Moto Unplugged. We have Motorola Family Spaces. But I'm just going to do a little search. Yeah, so obviously, I think I was kind of expecting too much of this phone, but it would have been pretty nice if we would have had the Ready For in there. But let's just see the lock screen alternative display. Use an alternative display to prevent the screen from dimming or going to sleep while you're looking at it. Okay. That note though too, let's just take a look. We're going to go into our settings. I want to look at the storage of this phone. And it looks as though, again, at least this variant in the US, again, this was purchased on Amazon, same as last year, 128 gigabytes of storage. Does look like we are getting NFC, which is tap to pay on this phone. It would be pretty awesome if we had wireless charging. Let's find out. Get a wireless puck here. I know like last year's Moto Power, G Power did have wireless charging. This phone would be pretty awesome if it did have it. And unfortunately, guys, just looking, no wireless charging built into this phone. But hey, what do you want for $200, right? Seems as though the LCD screen is pretty good. I know here we have our main shooter right here. Macro. This is a light sensor, so it's not a camera. You got your flash there. You have your speakers here. You have your USB-C, your microphone, headphone jack. Still love to see this in 2025. Thank you, Motorola. SIM card right here, guys. Right, so looking at the SIM card, throw that up here. Does have a rubberized seal on it, surprisingly. That's good. SIM card goes, the SD card goes here, up to 2 terabytes, and your SIM card here. Big difference this year too, at least on this phone. Oh, not putting that thing in right. Ooh, that's not liking the way that this thing's going in. Oh, there we go. Closing that up. Nice thing about this phone though, at least here, yep, fingerprint sensor is looking pretty good. Does seem pretty flashy. Again, it's probably not going anywhere right now because it's not even connected to the internet. But here, let's just see. It says fix up a few things. No thanks. That note there though, again, this phone here retails for $199. Guarantee you there will be deals going on as the year progresses. Motorola, I believe, is offering 3 years of support on this phone, hopefully. And, it's definitely an upgrade towards last year's Motorola G 2024. but it does look very similar. The big difference here is we got a darker green compared to the last phone. What I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to put this on mute for a second and go grab the last year's phone. All right, so if we're here, definitely can see that the screen is a little bigger. This one's the 2024. The reason why we can see that is because it only has the two cameras, right? Where this has an additional flashlight as well as a macro now. I tend to actually like this color better from last year. It was kind of a nice phone. Again, I'll have to check in on the next video where we can see if this phone actually has NFC or not. I can't really remember. But you know, it is definitely an upgrade if you're looking into upgrading from last year. I guess you have that light sensor, as well as the screen is technically, yeah, it's definitely a little bit bigger. So you can see that this screen's a little wider compared to last year. Even the phone's smidgen a smidgen bigger from last year. So again, these phones here are more like budget phones. You probably get this phone with the trade-in for free, say at Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile in the US, Metro by PCS, Metro by T-Mobile, things like that. But what do you guys think? This is the Motorola G 2025. This is just my first look and an unboxing towards this phone. Cool thing is if you were right now to go to Motorola's website, you can update, you could upgrade this phone from this phone after getting all, your trade-in value. You get about $100, so this makes this phone like $95. Might be a good upgrade for the year, depending. Again, this is a budget phone, and it's only really as good as what you get yearly wise. So no expectations on this. I know Motorola also does pretty much update their operating systems pretty slowly, as I've seen. So don't expect to like get the latest and greatest on, say, like this phone here, or the other one, where I know this was updated to Android 14.0. Haven't used this phone for a while, but let's just take a look, see if we got any upgrades where this one is on Android 15.0. Just going into the system updates. And let's take a look. We're going to check. Checking for updates. Says everything good. So this phone right now is on the December security patch for 2024. And it's Android 14, where we'll double check on the 2025. I'm assuming that the Motorola 2025 is, as of right now, on Android 15.0. It does kind of feel a little more snappy too. Doesn't mean anything right now because in the long run, I haven't, haven't downloaded anything on this phone yet. So usually when you start downloading stuff, it does get a little slower. 14 gigabytes of storage right now out of that, but this also has the RAM boost. So right now it's boosting 4 gigabytes plus 4 RAM boost. So and this is on the AI audio, but you could technically boost this up to 8 more gigabytes, which I think it gives this phone, if I'm not mistaken, gives this phone 12 gigabytes of storage. We'll find out in about a second. Just coming back in here, going to settings, and I'm going to about this phone. So this is the Moto G 2024. Let's take a look and see how this thing, see, the other big thing is it does have the older Motorola screen, so this one hasn't been updated uh, like the other one has. So even looking at like storage and stuff, we'll go into RAM boost again. See, I have also noticed that this phone compared to when I first owned it has significantly gotten slower. And it could just be because of all the apps that I've downloaded on it. Performance, let's just take a look. RAM boost is on. Where the device memory has 4 gigabytes and you can do 2 gigabytes. So in reality, you could boost this phone with 4 and 4, total of 8 gigabytes of RAM. Where if I look at this guy, definitely can notice, and the computer, unfortunately the screen may not pull this up correctly. Did notice that this screen is fairly brighter than the other one. But if we go now into settings, and I'm going to do the same thing here, right? Let's just go to about phone. Right now, total storage is 15 gigabytes. So this one here, we have 4 gigs, same as this one, 4 gigabytes of storage. But you're able to RAM boost this up to 8. So doing that now, this in total, depending on how much stuff you download on this phone, you're going to get 12 gigabytes of RAM. Now, again, it all depends. Like if you continuously fill this up, this phone, again, it's not a phone where you're going to be taking the greatest pictures in the world. Cameras probably not the best that I mean, it's a camera. It does take pictures. This isn't why we buy phones like this. This is more for a budget, conscientious person. It's going to get everything done correctly. You're going to be able to use all the apps that you need to use on this phone correctly, maybe play like games. And, from there, it's kind of like a starter phone, but it also is a price conscientious phone. All right. So compared to that, and now if we're looking here, again, this phone's about a year older. I do notice already, just because of the way it is. It does seem much slower to me. Could be doing some updates because it's been in my closet for a while, but I'm just looking at it and I can definitely notice somewhat a little slower, but it also doesn't have the most up-to-date software. So if you're really looking to purchase this phone, if you can get it for a free phone, you can get it at the right price. Definitely, it's a good upgrade. Probably pushing it if you did it for a full year. But if you outright purchase this phone, this is going to get you through the whole year of 2025. All right. On that note, this is Consumer Compute, and I'll see you guys in my next video.